Okay, so we're alive. Anything that you can or will be said, can be held against you in a court of law. Okay. So, do you see where the mute button is in case you need to use that?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, just in case you need it. All right, so right now this is recording live to my YouTube page. We could share the link to people. Like usually, like tomorrow when I have my guest on, they're going to be on for probably like an hour or so. So they could like share the link on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and people could watch it live.
All right.
So, and then, like I said, I'm going to take the audio of this and then put it on iTunes.
All right.
So I wouldn't say anything to incriminate yourself.
Got it.
All right, great. Now, so let's talk about. Well, you only have a few minutes to go here. Like, what do you have? Like 10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, I can talk for 10.
All right, great. So everyone, this is my good friend Kyle Davis. He's from Poland, Ohio, where I work, and he also goes to Youngstown State. You had a good idea that you were talking about. I don't know if you want to share it or not, but I mean, if you share it, so like, let's say someone wants to take it, we'll have documentation showing the time and date when you said it. So I mean, I guess this would copyright your own idea. What do, like,
true.
What
Yeah.
do you think? Do you want to share it?
I mean, I might as well.
Do you want to talk about it on air?
Yeah. Yeah. Should I say the whole story, or should I just get to the point?
Okay, let's break it down like you broke it down to me. Just tell me the story again, and then we'll work it out from there.
All right. So I was tutoring today for second grade, and I got out there later than I should, and I had class at 11. I got at like 10, probably 10:40, so I was rushing down to YSU. And so I was rushing to my class, and halfway there, I realized I didn't lock my car. So I was thinking they should come up with an idea where, say you have your keys in your hand and you walk probably 10, 15 feet away from your car, it automatically locks itself. So you don't have to worry about ever unlocking it or keeping it unlocked.
Yeah. So like when you were telling me the story, like when you were talking about how you weren't sure if your keys were locked, I thought you were going to say like, you wanted to make an app or something like that that would lock it, and I was going to, say I didn't want to crush your dreams, but I was going to say that's already out there.
Yeah, yeah, it is already out there.
But like your idea is really great because it's like it takes, because even if you have that app, you have to remember to lock your, you know what I mean? You have to take all that energy in remembering to lock your car.
Exactly,
So it's
but it
like,
does it by itself.
now, is that even possible, or like?
I wouldn't see why not. I mean, there could be like a tracker in your keys, like in your key fob, and you walk so far away, and it just
It automatically
locks.
locks.
Yeah, but all the doors would have to be shut and everything like that.
You know who we have to bring this to? We have to bring this to the Youngstown Incubator.
Let's do it.
And that's like one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast and interview people. Because as you know, like I network with a bunch of people from different age groups and professional levels. So like what I wanted to do was like kind of bring my network to my friends at YSU. And the people at the incubator, they specialize in technology. So this might be something that I'm going to bring up to someone, actually. I will. I'm going to bring it up to them.
Good.
What if you just pitched $1 million idea? Like what?
I hope I did. I really that would be pretty cool.
Would you still go into teaching?
Oh yeah, absolutely. $1 million isn't really. I mean, it's a nice start, that's for sure, but it's nothing to retire off of.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me pick up this phone. I apologize. Hello. Yes. I am in Poland. Oh, okay. Are you able to take down their number? I'll give them a call back. Thanks so much. Okay, so because I'm on the phone right now, so if you want to take it, that's fine. Okay. All right. So what was I getting to here? We talked about the $1 million idea. Talking about going back to teaching. So, like, what if it was a multi-million-dollar idea?
I don't know. I still think I would teach. I mean, I'll definitely retire early, but I don't know. It's just a risk in these days. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but that's something you're passionate about too, you know.
Exactly.
And then you're going to be you're going to be coaching this year for a freshman team.
Yep.
What is the idea going into the season are you going to be like a really tough coach, or are you going to
Um,
try to relate to the kids?
Definitely rate to the kids, but I mean, I'm not gonna be up in their face. I'm gonna be like kind of relaxed, just because I'm an assistant coach. I mean, I'm not the head coach, so I have a say, but not as much. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But you want to win though. Like you want to
Oh
win.
yeah, yep, absolutely. I want to go undefeated. We're gonna win it all.
Undefeated. You don't want to lose a game.
Nope.
See, I was like, that's the way you should think, though. And a lot of people don't think like that, you know?
Even though it's not really realistic, just because they're a D1 school, so we're playing against like Menor Lake, Harding. Who else? Who else is like a big Division 1 school?
I'm trying to think. Well, they will play Fitch, right?
Fitch dropped down to 2. Yeah, they're
Oh,
in
okay.
Poland's division now. Glen Oak.
Yes, that's who I was looking for, Glen Oak. Yeah.
Um, oh, just big teams that are just massive. I don't know. And I know Boardman isn't the strongest basketball team in the area. That's for sure. I
Yeah.
know last year I think they won like 2 games. I think their
Two
freshman,
games.
yeah, their freshman team. They're not too good. I think their varsity won like 4, I want to say. Or maybe
Now
that
let
was my senior year, at least.
let me talk to you about varsity. So like when you become a varsity coach, like one day, let's say you want to do that. And would you be a coach who plays the best players, or would you like consider the grade level, like the seniority level, or would you do
Uh,
both?
I would have to see what kind of players I would have first, but I don't know. I guess I would have to see what my situation is at that time. I think that's just one of the things that I would have to, how should I say it? That's one of the things I would have to adapt to as being a coach, like making tough decisions.
Like
And
I just feel like in college, even people like criticize coaches for playing like freshmen over seniors. But if they're good, if they give the team a better chance to win, they
yeah,
should play, right?
hmm but in my case, I hated it because my senior year, a sophomore started over me, and then the second game I ended up hurting myself. But which
This is in football,
basketball,
basketball.
which
Okay, so but like I feel like so you're going to be a coach,
mhm,
and your goal is to win, right?
yep, do the best
So
I can.
so how can you justify not putting in your best players?
That is true. Yeah, I I guess I wouldn't have to. I don't know. I guess I would have to play my best players and hopefully get the other kids some time. I don't know. It just all depends.
Or maybe it's different when it comes to like college. You know what I mean? Like college to
Yeah,
high school.
that is true. That is very true. It's a big step from high school to college.
Like I think for high school that it's like a extracurricular activity, and that's
Hmm.
like all the students should be involved. But when you get to college,
It's
you
a
got
job.
yeah, it's a job, and then you're all like adults, and you've had your playing time. So now it should be more about winning.
Yep.
So I guess it just depends on the situation.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I actually have a fundraiser October 5th.
Really?
Yeah, some bocce tournament down at the MVR, I think. Then
So are you guys like selling spaghetti dinner tickets or something?
I don't know. I think so. The head coach, Billy Stanton, he played basketball at Poland. He was the grade above me, which is the head
Oh,
coach, and he asked me, and I gladly took it. And
oh.
so he really hasn't informed me that much, but we are starting. Our first practice is November 7th.
Well, the MVR, that's kind of like my territory when it comes to like fundraising and stuff.
It's your old stomping grounds.
Well, like just the downtown area, that's like
Hmm.
where that's where Rotary's at and everything. So, I could get that information out to them.
Absolutely, yeah. Stop on down. It'll be a great time.
Like the more people, the better, or whatever.
See, I don't know if it's like an exclusive like Boardman thing. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But I wouldn't see why not. 'Cause it's a fundraiser. I mean, we're trying to raise money. I wouldn't see why other people wouldn't want to come. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to find out. I'm gonna have to ask for more details.
So let me ask you this. So like my intentions with this podcast and the way I'm doing this now with like the Google Plus and whatever, like my thought is like let's say someone's a going to YSU for accounting. I want to like interview someone that's like a the financial manager at a company in Youngstown and just talk to them about like what they look for students coming out of college and kind of like pick their brains about the job or whatever and kind of like give that to the students. How do you feel about that? Like what if I did that with like the principal of a high school or whatever for you?
I think that would be great. I really do. I think there would be a lot of benefits out of it. Not
Like
benefit.
I think one of the things like when like kids our age, we don't know what employers are looking for, or like we kind of do, but we're not sure. So if I have an interview with a principal that's like this, that's real down to earth, we're just hanging out,
Mm,
maybe that will make them feel more comfortable. I don't know.
I don't know. The generation now is kind of weird. So I think
What do you mean by that? Like they're kind of weird. Like they
they. I think they're a good word I should say is socially awkward because they're always on their
really
phones. Yeah.
you blame social media for this,
Yeah. Yep.
and it's
'Cause
like people.
look at them now. Like they'll go to dinner with their friends or whatever, and all they do now is just sit on their phones and they don't even talk. They just sit on their phones, go on Instagram, Twitter, whatever they got to do. Like 5, 10 years ago, that wasn't happening.
So what do you think it's going to be like when we're adults? Like when we're running the world?
I have no idea.
Are you
No
scared
idea.
of this?
Uh, let's just say I don't have too much faith in the next generation, but hopefully things will turn around. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 10 years? We have no idea. We don't even know what's going to happen in the next year or even tomorrow. There's always something changing. Always.
Yeah. So it's like tomorrow, like we elect a president or whatever who's always on his phone, like always on Twitter.
Yep. I don't know. Our generation isn't as bad, but I know we'll say I don't even know what age group, like sixth grade maybe, sixth
Yeah.
grade and up. Cause I went to my cousin's birthday party a few weeks ago, and this girl, she probably looked about probably 8 years old maybe. I asked my cousin Hunter how old she was because she had an iPhone. She said, "Oh, she's in second grade and has an
What?
iPhone already." Yeah,
Second grade?
yeah.
Why?
I didn't have my first phone until like sixth grade, and I had to share it with my mom. I would take it on Fridays because I would walk home from school, and it was just a thing of communication.
Who's she talking to?
I have no idea. She does all that Instagram shit like that.
What like so what would she even talk about? Like I don't even know what
I don't even know what. I don't even know, to be honest. I didn't get to talk to her.
like I feel like when I was in second grade, all I did was go to school and then like go to sports practice and then go to bed. Like I never had
All
conversations with people.
I was always hanging out with my friends outside. Always.
And playing. You're like playing around
Yes.
or whatever.
Exactly. Now all the kids do is sit inside, play Xbox, and do nothing.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Um, so like, how are your sixth graders? Like, are they pretty? Like, how do you feel about their generation or your second graders that you're working with? Do you feel like they're pretty smart kids and stuff?
Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't really remember how I was in second grade, but they seemed fairly normal when it comes to schooling. I mean,
Sharp kids.
yeah, yeah.
So you're going to be a teacher though. That's your plan,
Yep, yep.
and you want to go down south.
That's the plan. I don't know. There's really no jobs up in Ohio, and I know Governor Kasich was talking about how he wants to make the teachers' annual salary starting off at $18,000.
Wow, that's horrible.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we already make a low amount as it is, but we start off. I think Poland starts off like 32,000.
Okay, which is still low because I mean,
Yeah,
like these are the people that are forming the future of our country.
exactly. We're pretty much the key. I wouldn't say, yeah, I guess we're the key to the future, us teachers, because we are educating the next generation of kids to take over. So I would think we would get more, but I guess not. I don't know. I guess it's really not that important.
So let me ask you this: you feel like there's more opportunities elsewhere. What's going to be your approach getting a job?
Well, the fact that I'm a male early childhood education teacher is a positive because they're looking for male teachers at that age because mostly it's all women as early childhood education. They want male teachers, so that's a plus. But I just feel like in this area between like the levies not passing, the taxes and stuff like that, that I wouldn't have a good opportunity up here as I would down south, just because there's a lot more teaching jobs down south that are needed, I should say. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably get a job through Poland just because of my work.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like there's nothing in Ohio that's for me besides my family and friends. That's about it.
So are
There's,
you going to go down south and like, are you going to just like mail out resumes or whatever, or
I'm gonna hope, yeah. I'm gonna try. That's for sure.
so you're going to like mail them out and then just hope that somebody calls you?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to move down there as soon as I graduate or what, or if I want to get like my feet wet a little bit, and get some money, then end up moving down. I don't know yet.
See that, but that's the thing. Like for so your situation, I just feel like if I had a teacher or a principal on, like who could give steps on like suggestions, really, like people could say, I suggest that a student, like for instance, with I'm not going to mention my girlfriend's name, because she doesn't like me. She doesn't like me doing the podcast at all. I don't know why.
Really?
But anyways, I won't mention her name, but you know who she is.
Yeah.
Like for instance, she is going into the medical field, And I asked a doctor, and I was like, just like trying to figure out what's the best approach to get a job in the medical field. And he was like, he told me something that I never would have thought of. And he told me that we should call the human resource department of the hospital and talk to them and kind of go from like that. So I mean, just like getting an insider's view of how things work,
Mm-hmm.
But I
Well,
don't.
Lou,
You
I
got
hate
to
to
take
cut
off.
it short. Yeah,
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll do this again soon. And I'm just glad that we got to talk for a little minute and then
absolutely.
figure out how this worked. I know it took us like a half hour to figure out how this worked. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well,
Oh, no problem.
I'll be in touch with you later tonight then.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to
All
you
right,
later.
thanks. Bye.